Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and we're going to do Rachel's challenge today, and it is making little matchbook notebooks. So she just used a bunch of scraps, and that's what we're going to use. I've just pulled out some scraps that I thought might work. Now, the main thing that she said was when you're folding over this piece, just make sure that your little image is not upside down. So I might actually fold this way, because that would be upside down if I folded the other way. Now you can make these any width that you want. Let's just start off with one that's a little different. Make them any size that you want. They don't have to be a particular width. All right, I think I might make one that tall because I want to get this little girl in there, and I'm not going to worry about the back. Now, if you don't want it this tall, you could always cut it off, but I think that's good for me. I'm going to leave a little bit at the bottom, and that is about, let's see, that's about 3/4 of an inch that I left across the bottom. Just want to fold that up right there. And then you're going to fold this one up, but you're not going to fold it right to the bottom of your page. You're going to leave a gap in between there, and I will show you as soon as I get this folded. So see where our fold line is right here, and where the bottom of that sheet is right there. Maybe you can see that. Our fold line is here. So you want to leave some room in between there. If you don't, they're not going to fold over. Let's see. Now, she cut her corners here. I don't think I'm going to cut mine. I think I'm going to round them just in this little bitty, just a little bit. I don't want them rounded very much. I can get them in there. There we go. And then I'm not going to round these up here at all. I am going to ink mine. Just, you know, I like to ink, so that's my thing. Inking. Now, you can ink on the inside if you want. I think I'll ink a little bit on the inside of some of these. Some of them are double-sided. I don't think I'll need to, but just a little bit. Not that it really matters. Now what you want to do is get some paper together. And I've just got some of my coffee-dyed and tea-dyed papers pulled out here. Just some various sheets. You don't want to go any wider than your little notebook. So that, I think that will be good right there. And then I don't want to go real tall, so I think I'm going to cut them off right there. And I'm just going to grab my trimmer and do this. Sorry about the banging. Could have set it down instead of dropped it, couldn't I? Alright, we'll cut that off there. And you can put as many or as few sheets in here as you want. I don't know. It looks like I'm putting maybe 6. But it doesn't matter. You do not have to get these the same height. Just make sure that the bottom pieces are all even. Now, I don't remember. I think she stapled these together, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I can't remember, truthfully. I watched it a few days ago. But I'm just going to staple mine together like that. And then they're going to glue right down here at the bottom. And I'm not going to glue them all the way down to my fold. I'll show you where my fold is. It'll be much easier if you can see the fold. There, I'll put some ink on it for you. I'm going to glue just right down here at the bottom, and I'm going to glue right there, just leaving a little bit of room between that fold and my little booklet. And if you want to make sure it's enough room, you can just fold your little piece up like that and make sure that it's enough room. I may move it up a little bit more. You want to give enough room right down here at the bottom that you can put another staple in or a brad. Now, she used little brads on hers to close this up. She put little brads right here. I don't have any of those little tiny ones, so I'm probably just going to staple mine at the bottom too. And this is that is the Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher. Love that little stapler. It puts little tiny staples in. Alright, we're going to move that up about right there. See, that's why you don't want to make this little booklet very long. You don't want it to come too tall up there. Okay, and then I'm going to fold this up, and right down at the very bottom I'm going to put some staples. Now you could put some glue in there. I have done them and used glue, and that's fine too, but you can't even see my staples, they're so tiny. And then this little piece gets tucked back in there. Now this is a prime example. You see how mine is bulked up there? Bulked. You see how mine is all puffed up like that? That means I've got this a little bit too long to go down in there. So we're just going to trim this off a little bit. Not a problem. I'd rather have it a little bit too long and be able to trim it as have it too short, and it wouldn't stay down in there. So then stick it down in again. That's perfect. So I just trimmed a little tiny bit off, and that was it. Okay, that just goes right down in there like that. And there is your little matchbook. Now you can open them up, you can write on these, you can tear that out, use more if you want. You can decorate up here if you want to. I don't remember if hers was double-sided paper or not, but mine is definitely not. Now, what does this little piece need? I think it might need a little bit of trim, maybe. I can put some trim right over those staples. Even though those staples are not showing, I can still put a little bit of trim right over top, and it will cover them up just in case you're worried about them showing. But the closer to the bottom you can put your staples or your glue, the better you are. Because if you put it too close to the top, it is going to be in the way of putting this down in there. So there's a little bit of trim there. Could put a little trim up here too. Let's see. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, there you go. And just trim that off. So there is one little matchbook. Now, of course, I want a little bit of bling on my trim. I think when you put a little bling on your trim, it just makes your trim stand out more. So I'm going to put a little piece of bling up here, probably on this side. I think that's cute. Now we could also put a little number or something down here since we've got that little bit of blank space there. So let's grab our numbers, see what we want to do. I want it to be a tiny one probably. What about that little number? That'll work. These are from Tracy Fox on Etsy, or Love Junk Journals is the name of her store. Alright, there we go. That didn't need much at all. We've got our little girl on there. It's cute. I like that one. So let's lay that aside and grab another piece. What about this little piece? This is cute. Now some of these are cut even and some of them are not. So hopefully this one is cut pretty even. If it's not, I'll just trim it off. That's a little bit over. And then again, on your fold up here, just make sure that you leave some room in between the bottom of this and your fold. Okay, I'm going to trim this off a little bit too because it looks a little crooked there too. Okay. Now we will ink around this. So you can mass make these and have them ready in your stash for when you need one to put in a journal. That would be cute. They would look really good in your journals. You could just tuck it in a pocket or clip it on the side. You could put a little clip on the back of them. Clip them on if you wanted to. Okay, let's grab a little bit of... Nope, that's too wide. We may have to cut some down. I don't have any that are real narrow. I don't think. Yeah, I have a few right here. Try these. And I'm not even being particular about what colors. Those are a little too narrow, I think. Okay, those are a little bit too narrow, so I'm going to take these, and I'll probably just tear these down. Maybe I can do it all at one time, hopefully. A little bit wider. Maybe there. Okay, and you know what that'll be good for? Stamping, you're right. Now, I want to make these about that tall. There we go. Save those aside. If we have a little short one, we can use those. Now just make sure that one end, the end that you're going to glue down here, is all even. See, I may need to do this end. I'm going to put this one in the middle. It's a little bent. It doesn't want to cooperate with me. We'll stick it in the middle and it'll work. There we go. Now take your little tiny attacher or your glue, whichever one you want to use. Just staple those, and I am going to put a little ink around on the inside of this just because it's so white. Now I'm going to glue that down right there. Put a little glue, and I just put glue right across the bottom. I don't glue the whole back page down. I don't think Rachel did either. Okay, right there. And then bring this little piece up. Make sure you staple close to the bottom. Just as close as you can. Then you're going to bring this little guy down in there. Now that one I didn't even round the corners on, and that's fine. And it seems to lay down pretty good. Yeah. You could round these corners if you wanted to. I didn't on that one. Let's see. What do we want to put on that? I don't know if we want to put anything on it. It's pretty the way it is, I think. But let's just look at a little flower. See if we want to, or maybe a little mushroom. Maybe a little mushroom. Oh, I think that's cute. Okay, let's do a little mushroom there. And then maybe that butterfly. I know he's a little bit big, but I don't mind that. He'll be all right for that. That'll work. I don't mind him being a little big. I just don't have any tiny, tiny butterflies. I'm all out. Wait, she may have a butterfly in here I can use. Let's see. We could. Let's see if we can use this blue one on there. Oops. He flew away. Well, he doesn't want to stay on there, does he? Come on, little butterfly. You got to cooperate. I must have glue on my fingers. Okay. He's okay, but he's a little bit different color than what I want. So let's try this guy. Oh yeah, I like him better. There we go. There's a little butterfly. I had forgot that I had these. So we'll put that one back in there for a later date. Okay. This one was actually partially peeled up, so we're going to put him down. right there. I know he's almost the same color as the background, but I think that looks cute. Now I'm just going to take my little tool and go over that a little bit. And then with this one, I'm just going to ink him up a little bit. It'll just make him stand out a little bit more from the paper. Cute. Oh, he's cute. Okay. Now, I think I want a little piece of trim. Let's see if we've got a piece in here that we can use. Okay, what about this little piece? Oh, that's cute. Or do we want a piece down here? I think I like it better up there. So I'm going to put that little piece of trim at the top. That is cute. Now I want a little number or word down here. I think a little word. Let's look, see what we have. I have about used all of these, Nancy. Let's put this little word. It says lovely, and it's got some of that brown in it, like is up at the top. And I'm just going to put that right across there. And there is another one. Of course, I want to put a little piece of bling in there, but, you know, you can do that or not. You know I want to put some bling in there, but you don't have to. All right, let's see what else we have here. Well, we've got this journal coming up, so it's possible we could use this piece of this. And I think I'm going to make this one a little bit narrower. I'm going to cut this at 3. And that can be a good scrap for something else. Let's see, if I fold it down like that, I'll get part of the butterfly and part of the mushroom, and that's okay. Part is better than none. Okay. And then we'll fold a little bit. Now this is scrapbook paper, so this is kind of tough. But it looks like I folded it pretty good. Alright. And I am going to clip the corner on this one. Let's see. Let's use this side. Okay. So there's that one so far. Now we need some little papers, and I think those little papers that I had are too small. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. There goes our little squirrel again. Playing on the pool cover. Alright, let's see. Let's put... Yeah, we'll have to trim this one down a little bit, but that's okay. Just use my ruler and give them a cut. And then I need to trim those off a little bit on the end. I do have big scissors somewhere. There they are. Let's see, that may be enough. And I'm just going to even that bottom end up there. And then use my little tiny attacher right at the very bottom. There we go. Then we'll glue this in there. Yeah, that's just the right size. Just make sure when you fold up that bottom that it covers the bottom of your little notebook. You don't want your little notebook showing. So just make sure it covers that bottom of your notebook. These are really cute and fun to make, and it takes no time. Alright, we've got that up there. I'm going to put a little staple right at the bottom. Close to the bottom as I can get, because I don't have a lot of room to play on this one. This one's tiny, tiny. Okay, now let's tuck that back in and see if it goes in pretty easy. And it does. It's fine. You just have to fold your paper up just a little bit to get it down in there, but it's fine. I may, let's see. I may cut that off just a tiny bit. It'll go in better and it'll still hold. But I'm just going to trim it a little bit. I think it was a little crooked anyway. There we go. Yeah, that works. Now on this one, I don't know that we need very much at all. This is pretty good just the way it is. Well, that is an unusual trim, but I like it. I may just use a piece of it on that. These are just some that I got in my Happy Mail the other day. Let's see. I'll go ahead and cut this little piece off right there. That is cute. Thank you to the person who sent this to me. Now, it looks like this one does fray quite a bit, so we're going to add a little bit of glue to it. And all I do is just take my art glitter glue and right on the very end, I just run a little bit of glue, and then I just take my finger and tap it down in there, and when it dries, it's going to be clear, but it'll keep that from fraying. Okay. So there is that. Let's see, do we want to put a little label up here? Maybe so. You know I gotta have labels on just about everything. What about a little green one? With the green? No, that's too big. Let's go over to... No, I think those are going to be too big unless I cut them down. I could cut them down some. Betty's Custom Creations, and it's on Etsy, and then she has a YouTube channel. She is one of our designers. Okay, I'm just cutting that outside off of that because I wanted it to be a little smaller, not quite so big. And right across there, I'm just going to put that, and it says Blessed. There you go. So there is another. All right. Grab another piece. This is fun. Now, I think we can do that one and do quite a big one there. Like that. And these are all scraps. And you don't have to decorate as you go through. You can just make them all up and then decorate when you start to put them in your journal, or decorate later. I just like to decorate as I go. That way they're finished when I get ready to put them away. All right, now that one's going to need kind of some wide paper. Wide paper. Okay. We'll use these scraps, tear up some. And they're only going to need to be about that tall. So let's tear that. And I'm just using my metal ruler. You can use whatever you can use. You can cut them, put them back in your trimmer and cut them. This is just a little bit quicker. Okay, then Oh, I can still smell the coffee on that one. It smells good. I need coffee. It's time for coffee. Okay. And here again, we'll tear. You notice I'm not being real particular with these because you don't have to be. Okay, and this one we have a few pieces cut. Just gonna make sure they're even at the bottom. And then I'm stapling, but you can glue or sew. You can put it in your sewing machine and sew across the bottom of it if you want to. I'm just stapling because it's a lot quicker in the video, but you can do it either way. Now, lay your little pad down and then flip this up just to make sure that you're not getting it too high. And so that's where we want it, right there. Ooh. I don't know which side I want it on top. Okay, there you go, right there. Now I'm going to put a little ink around this top part just because it's so stark white. But you don't have to do that. You can decorate that part up if you want. I don't think I'm going to decorate mine. I don't think I'm going to clip the corners on this one either. Some of them I feel like they need clipped and some of them they don't. So we're going to leave these. Now I can see already that my little top piece is a little bit too long when I lay it there. So I'm going to trim it off before I put my little staple in there. Go. Now we'll ink this up. Alright, let's staple this bottom and just right at the very bottom. Now, if you're using brads like Rachel did, then make sure that you put them down close to the bottom. I just don't have any small ones, or I would use those. Mine are too large for little pieces like this. So, alright. That looks cute. I like that one. Which I like all of them, but I like that one a lot. Okay. Let's see if we put some of that on there. No, that's a little bit too narrow. That's too wide. What if we put a little piece of that pink across there and it would pull that little bit of pink out right there? Let's do that. Oh, I can't decide which one's the front side and the back side. Now, I like to put it down low, especially on this one, because the staples are showing in this one a little bit. So I'm just putting it down low to cover up those staples. Whoops. My scissors need cleaning off really bad. Okay, there we go. Got that. And do we want to put anything at the top, maybe? What about a little piece of this? I think I'll go with that. I don't know, the bottom... That bottom, I like the pink, but it just feels like it needs a little bit more, so I'm just going to put this on there. I mean, they're going in journals, so you can do just about anything you want to with them. Now, for those of you who say you're a card maker and you don't do journals like this, you can incorporate this into a card. I have made cards like this before and have them made like a matchbook. When I used to make cards many moons ago, I did that a lot. They're very, very cute. Okay. And again, we've got one that's fraying, so we're going to put some glue right on the edge and just press that in like that. Okay, now what do we want on here? I want something on there because to me that looks a little bit plain. I think I'm gonna gravitate back to Katie's little doilies again. These things are just the right size for something like this. I need like 1,000,001. Can I purchase them from you, Katie? All right, and now what I want on here is, let's see, where is my book? I think this is what I want on there. I don't know if, I think it's, well, it's going to be too big, I believe. Let's see. What if we do it this way? No, that's too big. Okay, never mind that. That was a thought, but it didn't work. Let's pull in a couple of flowers and see what we get. What about... I feel like I want that hanging off for some reason. I don't know. I think I'm just trying to hoard them. I don't know. No, it doesn't look right hanging off with that flower. So we're going to put that there. Maybe the flower there. I don't mind that. And then I just need a little butterfly or something in the center there. Or maybe even a little flower and then a word down here. Alright, let me look and see what I have. Alright, I like this little butterfly, but I don't like all the white around him. So I'm going to trim him out real quick, hopefully. And we'll put him down there. Right, got him trimmed. And I'm going to put a little bit of ink on his antennas, just so they're not white. Now I think this is a sticker, so I'm going to go ahead and ink this up and put it down before I try to get the backing off of that. And again, I'm going to ink around this just to cover up that white. This is from the Tim Holtz Botanicals. We are out of these right now, but I'm hoping that they're going to have more in shortly. We have about 100 packs on back order, I think. Okay, now we can stick our little doily all the way down. And then let's see if this little guy has a backing on him. I have to get my little tool here. Yep, he does. These little butterflies, sticker butterflies, came in one of the E-Club kits. I can't remember which one it was. It may have been like July or something. Oh, that's cute. I like that. Now, I do want a word down here. Word. I do want word. Let's do memories. I like that pretty good. I'm just going to trim the top off just a little bit and then clip those little tiny corners just to make it look a little bit more like a finished tag rather than one I just whacked out of a piece of paper. Or label, not tag, label. Oh, let's see, I better put that down with this. It'll go down with the art glitter glue, but it takes me a little bit longer. I have to hold it for a second, and I don't like to hold it. I want to just put it down there. And with Fabri-Tac, it goes down quick. All right, we got that. Now, move it a little bit. Let's see, is that straight? Pretty much. Let's do a little bit of bling in our butterfly. Yes, I do want to do that. All right, and there we go. I don't know what I'll do this. Maybe I'll do this one like this. Now, I think Rachel actually used scrapbook paper to do hers with. I just grabbed scraps out of my little scrap pile, but I think she used scrapbook paper. So you can use whatever paper you want. It doesn't need to be too thin. You know, my paper that I used, even though it was from Digitals, it was pretty thick. So just need to make sure that it's not too flimsy. This is a pretty good thick piece of scrapbook paper. Now this came out of our AJ kit, and thank you guys so much. The last AJ kit went out today. Thank you. Aaron says thank you. I told him this morning, he came over, and I told him this morning, I said, all of your kits sold out. And he said, you're kidding me. And I said, no, they've all gone. He said, oh, Nanny, they're so sweet. Please tell them that I said thank you so much. So thank you guys so much. He really appreciates it. And he doesn't realize the money situation of it like we do. You know, he just thinks he's doing something for you guys. He doesn't realize that we pay for those products and you pay for the kit. He just realizes he's sending you guys something. He just thinks he's sending you a gift. So it makes him so happy. So I want to thank all of you for really making his day, because he was so happy this morning. He had a pretty rough day yesterday. Melina said he had a little bit of a meltdown. So he had a pretty rough day yesterday, and today I was just hoping that that would make his day, and it seemed like that it did. All right, that's going to be a cute one. Let's grab a little bit of paper. Let's see. Paper. I don't think I'm going to need any very wide or tall for this one. Ooh, that's going to be the right width right there. And it won't need to be very tall. So we'll tear it off about right there. So yes, you guys who bought the last kits made his day. He was so happy. And it makes me happy to see him happy. So I thank you guys so much. Y'all are all too sweet. It's been just phenomenal how much you have supported him just this year. I mean, we just started these kits in January. Well, let's see. Was it January or October of last year? Anyway, this is our fourth one, I think. And he's just, you know, he loves picking out the kits. He loves sitting down with me and doing the videos. And like I said, this time he didn't get to do it because he's having to, they've been having to do a lot of practicing and planning for their trip, because they're going to be in a convention all week singing. So, and he does a lot of the singing. So he's been having to do that. He hasn't been able to do the videos with me. But he loves doing the videos with me. He loves talking to you guys. And, you know, he's so appreciative when you buy the kits. I mean, it just excites him just like he was getting a gift himself. So I thank you so much. The next one will be December. So we'll put those up on sale probably, let me think. Those will probably go up in the shop about the middle, maybe the middle, maybe even the 1st of next month, November, because we'll need to get those out the door before Christmas. So you can watch for, we'll have that in the newsletter, when they will go up and how many we'll have and all of that. Okay, there's a little supply of them right there, just using scraps. I like it when I can use my scraps up. Okay, and put that right down there. Make sure when I fold that up that it's not showing, and it's not. And won't these be cute little additions to your journals? I think they will. Or you could send these for Happy Mail. Just send them to a friend. You know, stick a bunch of them in a little bag and send to a friend for their journal making. Alright, clip right down at the bottom as close as you can. And then let's see if I need to trim this off. I don't think I will. Nope, I don't need to trim it off. It goes in there perfect. Okay, Now, let's see what we might want to put on the top. As it doesn't need a lot of decorating because it's got this splendid word there and it's got a little flower there, but I feel like I want to put maybe another little tiny flower on this side. Just some color. This, let's see, where did I get these? I got these from Triple V Vintage. And I haven't shown the haul that I got from her. I purchased these. But I will be showing it soon. Let's see. Well, I say soon. It'll probably be tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. These may be a little bit too big. I may have to go into my other stash. I'm looking. That's cute. And I think that's the same kind of flower right there. Okay, looks like I have two there. This one could come up like this. Yeah, that's subtle and it's just enough. So again, these are from Triple V Vintage on Etsy, and I got some leaves too, some fall leaves for the 2 journals that I'm doing right now. And I'm working on those behind the scenes just because you guys have seen me do quite a few journals. It's not going to be any different than the ones that I have already made. So I just want to get those done and get them up before November so that I can start on the Christmas journals. Okay, I'm going to put that right there. And I don't mind that it goes over that little piece just a tiny bit. That's fine. I got that stuck to me now. I'm going to trim the bottom of this one off before I put it down. These are cute. These are too cute, Veronica. I love them. Okay. So there's that. And then I think the only other thing I'm going to do to this, I'm going to bring in a little piece of my washi. This is my washi. This is faux washi, but it is my washi that I made and I like it. I told you guys will get tired of seeing me use this stuff. Okay. This is a clear washi, or a clear vellum is what it is, and I just put a double-sided adhesive on the back, and I put Distress ink on the top. And I want to put this right across there. Just kind of it'll make it look like that's what's sticking those little flowers down. And then, let's see, I might put a piece right here just because. No reason. I love this that's already got the adhesive on the back. And I use score tape on these. And we have got tons of score tape in stock if you are looking for any. But that's what I use on the back, and it works great. Alright, we'll put that little piece right there, and we're going to put a little label. And I think I've got the right one right here from Nancy. Nancy's Fancies Beads. Somebody said, I couldn't understand what you said when he was talking about that bead place. Well, that's my country accent. It's Nancy's Fancies Beads on Etsy. And it is, she did sell beads, I think, but now she does all different kinds of work, and I love her little stickers. They're just the right size for this, things like this. Can't wait to start adding some of these to my journals. And these will go really good in my fall journals. So this will be probably the last bit of ephemera that I have to make for my fall journals, because I have quite a bit made already. I have this whole thing full, so I just need to add that to my little journals. So this will go in the pot there. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give us a thumbs up. Don't forget, we're having the giveaway the 1st of November. I'll tell you more about that in a video separate from this one. But you must be a subscriber in order to win. So make sure that you hit that red subscribe button. Nobody is going to bug you. Nobody is going to send you ads or anything like that. That's just how we have to set the rules. All right. I hope you enjoyed. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.